Good afternoon, welcome to La Fête Chocolat month-long chocolate festival at Nature's Basket. Today we will be showcasing a few chocolate recipes made with real chocolate of course, and we will be starting with chocolate chip cookies. So for the chocolate chip cookies, I've got a bit of plain refined flour and I'm just going to add a little bit of baking soda to it. Now what baking soda does to it is that it lightens the chocolate and gives it a little bit of air. So when you bite into a cookie, you actually get the crust and then the soft molten interior. So I'm just going to go quickly and add the baking soda and just give it a good mix and stir so it stirs well into the flour. Once that is done, we start by creaming the butter to get a smooth homogeneous texture before adding the sugar. This will allow the sugar to melt completely and fairly and evenly throughout the chocolate mixture. So there I have it. I'm just putting my butter in and now I'm just going to blend it. Once the butter is creamy and white like this, I'm going to go and add my sugar in. Now this is a toffee brown sugar. This sugar is important versus a regular white sugar to use because it gives a toffee flavor to the cookie and it adds color and depth to your cookie flavor. So I'm just going to go ahead and add all the sugar in one shot and now blend the two. That's your blended butter and sugar mixture. Once you reach this stage, now is all the fun part. We start by just adding 2 little eggs. Your eggs should weigh roughly about 55 grams each. Just directly go in with the eggs and blend it. Now at this stage, if you want to make your cookies eggless, just omit the eggs and replace it with half a cup of milk. That's it, gym workout done for the day. I'm just going to add a little bit of flour to the mixture, the flour and baking soda mixture that we mixed on earlier. This just has to be folded in gently. We don't want to use the mixer for this electrical mixer because that will give a really tough cookie and will develop the gluten almost like a bread. So I'm just going to fold in the flour. Secret to good chocolate chip cookies is very simple. It's chocolate chips. So here I have 52% real chocolate chips that have been pre-cut, but you can obviously cut it with a slab or you can get ready-made chocolate chips here at Nature's Basket. So I'm going to just go and add it all in one shot and just mix into the dough, work it. Once I have my dough ready, I can keep this in a freezer and keep cookie dough, and whenever I have guests, unwanted guests or surprise visits from friends, you can just make chocolate chip cookies in 10 minutes flat. All you need is your freezer chocolate chip cookie dough, which can be rolled out, put on a tray and baked. In 10 minutes, you'll have fresh chocolate chip cookies. Roll out the chocolate chip cookies. All you need is 2 spoons or just your hands is okay. Just take a scoop of chocolate chip cookies. Don't worry about the shape. It doesn't have to be exactly round. It can be any shape because it will turn round once it goes into the oven. So these chocolate chip cookies don't spread too much. So you just have to put a little pile of cookie dough onto the tray with about 2 inches of space between the 2 cookies. They all roughly have to be just about the same size. So there you have it, chocolate chip cookie dough. It's good enough to eat on its own without baking, but I would suggest baking to avoid tummy ache. Your oven has to be preheated to 175 degrees centigrade and it goes in for 8 minutes exactly. Please don't overbake your cookies. You'll come out with hard, stodgy cookies. The cookies have to be soft and the chocolate has to be just melting as your cookies come off. So there you go, 175 for 8 minutes. There you have it, 8-minute toffee chocolate chip cookies. Now chocolate chip cookies taste great either raw, like I mentioned earlier, or baked just fresh out of the oven. There are many things you can do with these cookies. You can make ice cream sandwiches, you can crumble the cookie on a piece of cake, you can just eat them as they are, or you can, like I said, keep your dough for later and freeze them and then use them as you want. Fresh baked chocolate chip cookie will always have pockets of melted chocolate all over. Just dot it throughout your cookie dough so that when you eat it, you get the crunch of the cookie and the softness and gooiness of the chocolate chips.